I moved out 6 months ago. Here's what nobody told me. I'm gonna do that again. I moved out about 6 months. Here's what nobody warned me about. I moved out about 6 months ago. Here's what nobody warned me about. If you're new here, hi, I'm Perfecta and this is Perfecta's Corner. In November last year, September, October, no, really November, about November last year, I moved out of my parents' house for the first time into my own studio apartment, you know, and everyone celebrates that, right? Congratulations, you're independent now, freedom. But there is a whole side to moving out that nobody talks about. And today, I'm telling you things I wish somebody told me. One, the shock, aka the responsibility. Okay. The first thing that shocked me is that you have to show up for yourself every single day. You can't show up for yourself today and rest tomorrow. You can't show up for yourself 2 days in a row and say, oh, today's Saturday. Let me relax a little bit, rest. No, you have to show up for yourself every single day. There is no one else coming. There is no one to make sure that you eat. There is no one checking if you're okay. There is no one reminding you to do the things that you need to do. You have to show up for you. And you see that version of you in your head, that perfect version, that responsible, disciplined version, that version that has it all together, that version of you that is thriving. You have to train yourself to become her. Every day you have to kill intentionally so that version of you that is recalcitrant, that doesn't want to get out of bed, that doesn't want to do anything, that is unwilling to do the hard things. You have to intentionally, like, no one tells you how much of an intentionality you have to put into yourself to be that version of you. You have to kill that version of you to become that better version. Nobody tells you that moving out is actually training yourself to become the version of you that you want to be, because no one else is going to do it for you. No one else. No one else is going to show up. No one else is going to remind you. No one else is going to tell you to train. No one is going to empower you. You are all you've got. Number two, the cost. The cost of living. The cost of living should just be a whole topic or series on its own. I used to joke to my siblings. I used to tell them it's so easy to fall into depression in this part of the world. It's so easy because everything is so expensive. Everything is so expensive. Like when you realize how expensive everything is, like, okay, when you're home, when you're in your parents' house, you don't take into consideration every expense you make, everything that you have to spend money on. You're not, let me explain like this. When you're home, you don't have total freedom. What am I saying? I'm in an African home. You don't have, I don't know if you can tell that I'm African, but I'm African. I have very, very African mom. You don't have freedom as much. You don't even have much of it. You don't have any of it. You don't have freedom, but you have financial cushioning. You have a pad to land on. You're not thinking on every single expense that you make. You're not doing the math in your head on every meal, every bill, every unexpected cost, because the numerosity to the unexpected spending, you are being cocooned in some aspects, to some extent, financially. You're not thinking of every nickel, every dime that you spend. But when you move out, oh, trust me, you're wearing the big girl pants. You have to do what you have to do to survive and move on. you have to wear the big girl pants and go about your day. You're not, I mean, for myself, I use myself as a case study because it's just me right now. I am not into fraud. I don't do anything illegal. I am just entering into the job market. I don't know. I didn't know that okay, I knew to some extent that I was being financially cushioned, but I didn't know to the extent at which I was being financially cushioned because everything is billed. Everything. The water, the food, the food. You have to get ingredients to make the food. The cost of every single ingredient, the cost of gas, the cost of light, the cost of transportation, the cost of everything is being billed. Cost of living is something we should discuss on its own because you just have to survive one way or the other. You just have to survive. There's no one else coming. It's just you. You know, it is freeing, but your freedom is at the other side of the work that you have to put in to survive. Now, the thing I wish someone told me sooner. Okay, this one is going to sound simple. It's going to sound stupid, silly, maybe even funny to some people. But I need you to listen to me when I say fumigate your house. Before you move in, I'm being dead ass. I'm being so serious. Fumigate your house. Okay. 2 weeks before I moved in, I can recall 2 weeks before I moved in, I saw on TikTok, I was just doom scrolling on TikTok, and then I saw someone making a video. Oh my god, it's getting so hot. Oh, the sun is literally blazing on my face. I like it, but at the same time, it's so hot. 2 weeks before I moved in, I saw a video. Someone was saying, "Oh, before you move in, you need to fumigate your house. Do this, do that." She was just literally on the internet begging people to fumigate their house. So I thought that it didn't apply to me. Why? Because I thought it's a new house. I'm moving into a new, it was literally just built. So I'm moving into a new house. It's a virgin house. I'm sure the landlord must have taken care of it. I don't need to bother about it. And honestly, I think the reason why I was so, strong-headed on that decision was because I didn't have the financial literacy at that moment. I was taking other things into consideration. I was not taking fumigation into consideration. So when I saw that video, I was like, oh, I'm sure the landlord must have taken care of it. I don't got to worry. I pushed it to the side. I was taking care of other things, utensils, furniture, housing, decoration. I put money into different aspects. So when I saw that, I was like, nah, the landlord has taken care of it. I don't have to worry. So I just banked on the fact that the landlord must have fumigated his home. Spoiler alert, he didn't. Now, I know that this might sound minute. I'm trying to cut the very, very long story short, but when you're moving into a new place, you need to fumigate. Like you just have it's just one of those things that seem so small but can become a problem. So if you're moving out, if you intend to move out, please do add fumigation to your budget. Just trust me, just do it. Just do it. So now that I'm a fully moved out person, what is what is the reality? So what does it feel like? No, now like give or take 6 months in, it feels like responsibility. Now, don't get me wrong, it is freeing, it is fun to live alone. I mean, the possibilities of what you can do is just endless. You know, you could cook at 2 a.m., you could do your laundry at 4 in the morning, you could do numerous things, you can watch whatever you want to watch. You can just exist on your own terms. But it is your responsibility to live alone. And there is no rules in the parks. No. It is not this, what's the word? It's not this Instagram perfect, aesthetically pleasing, look at me thriving thing all the time. You know, some days you have chicken, some days you have eggs, some days you're lonely, some days you're thriving in your independency, some days you're stressed about money, some days you're not, some days you're dependent, sorely, solely on ramen. Some days you're just tired of being the only one that takes care of you for being responsible for yourself. Because when you're home, you can lay on your bed rather. You can lay on your bed till 12 because you have other people cushioning your lassity for you. When you're alone, when you live alone, it wakes up some kind of responsibility factor to you. You know, it's just it's just another side of life that I propose that everybody should experience. I'm not saying you should not move out. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me when I say I am part of the propagators. I am one of the proposers when I say every girl child should experience living alone at least one time in their lives. Now, it doesn't have to be this big glamorous thing. Just experience what it means to just be by yourself. Hear your own voice. Know how you act. Know your nuances. Know your Learn about yourself, your talent, your creativity, your expression, the way you love yourself to be, to look, to appear to people. Just live on your own terms. Now, this applies to both girls and boys. I'm only speaking for girls because, voila, I'm a girl. So learn to just be by yourself. It's just one of the experiences I think every girl child should experience. Every girl, every woman, please, every woman should experience. You know, the freedom is real. Trust me. The freedom is real. It's just so is the responsibility. You know what I'm saying? So is the cost. So is becoming the person that you need to be. Everything is real. You can have the aesthetically pleasing, independency, I'm living alone thing. Yeah, but you also need to know that it takes a level of responsibility to have that and to maintain that, you know. So if you're planning to move out or have moved out or recently moved out, and you're feeling overwhelmed, you're not alone. If you're overwhelmed, trust me, you're not alone. This is normal. Whatever you're feeling, it's very normal. It's so normal. It's not a sign that you've made the wrong choice. Like I was feeling that I've made the wrong choice. You know, it's just the reality of what moving out is like. It's just it's another day. It's another cold night on the side of a mountain. It's just another day. It's just part of those things that you have to experience as life. You know, if you've been through this, drop a comment, let me know, and tell me what is the one thing you wish someone had told you before you moved out. I'm Perfecta, and this is Perfecta's Corner. See you at the top. Bye.